Hello students, today we will discuss about an important property, that is optical activity. Optical activity of haloalkanes and haloarenes. So for discussing about the optical activity, so we have to consider these four properties. So one is ordinary light, second one is monochromatic light, and third one is plane polarized light, and fourth one is asymmetric carbon atom. So these four things we have to study: ordinary light, monochromatic light, plane polarized light, and asymmetric carbon atom. So first we'll discuss about ordinary light. So the light which is having different wavelengths and vibrates. So this is an important point, which is having a different wavelengths and vibrates in all planes perpendicular to the direction of propagation. So when this is a line of propagation, so the light which is having different wavelengths and which is vibrating in all the planes perpendicular to the plane of direction of propagation, that light is known as ordinary light. And second one is monochromatic light. So the name itself indicates mono means single. Mono means single. So ordinary light is having different wavelengths, whereas monochromatic light is having a single wavelength which is vibrating in all the planes perpendicular to the direction of propagation. So only the difference between ordinary light and monochromatic light is ordinary light is having different wavelengths, whereas monochromatic light is having single wavelength. Both are vibrating in all the planes. And third one is plane polarized light. Plane polarized light. When the monochromatic light, which is having a single wavelength, is allowed to pass through a prism, so the transmitted light, so the light that is being transmitted contains vibration in only one plane. See here, before monochromatic light, we have seen that light is having a single wavelength, but it is vibrating in all the planes. But here, in the case of plane polarized light, so the vibration is being done only in a one plane. So such light is known as plane polarized light. See here, this is vibrating in only a single plane, only a single plane. So such a light is known as plane polarized light. And next one is asymmetric carbon atom. Asymmetric carbon atom, or otherwise known as chiral carbon atom. So see here, asymmetric carbon atom means the carbon atom which is attached to four different groups. Four different groups is known as asymmetric carbon atom. So this asterisk mark indicates that it is asymmetric carbon atom or chiral carbon atom. So if we are considering C, we know that the valency of carbon is 4. So see here. So if carbon atom is surrounded by four different groups, that is A, B, C, D. So which are four different groups. So such type of carbon atom is known as asymmetric carbon atom or chiral carbon atom. And next one, optical activity. Optical activity. So the compounds which are exhibiting this optical active property or optical activity are known as optical active substances. So see here, when plane polarized light is passed through the aqueous solution of substance. So when this plane polarized light, which is vibrating in a single plane, is allowed to pass through aqueous solution of substance containing asymmetric carbon atom. So that plane polarized light is rotated towards either right hand direction or left hand direction. So that nature is known as optical activity, and that substances which are rotating towards either right hand side or left hand side, so that substances are known as optically active substances. So these are examples: lactic acid, 2-chlorobutane, and glucose. All these are optically active substances. Optically active substance. So haloalkanes and haloarenes, if you see, so the direction of the propagation will be either towards the right hand side or left hand side. So if you see the compound, so these are of two types, dextrorotatory or levorotatory. So the optically active compound which rotates the plane polarized light towards the right hand side, towards the right hand side. So see here, it is moving from left to right. It is moving from left to right. So it is moving from left to right. So that is known as dextrorotatory. So which is denoted by D or positive sign. So this is D-lactic acid. See here, this is asymmetric carbon atom. This is surrounded by 4 different groups, and the plane polarized light is rotating towards the right hand side. So this is known as a D-lactic acid or dextrorotatory compound or dextrolactic acid. And next one, which rotates the plane polarized light towards the left hand side. So right hand side is a clockwise direction. You know that from left to right, that is clockwise direction. So the plane polarized light which is rotating towards the left hand side or anti-clockwise direction. So that is known as levorotatory compound. So this is denoted by L or negative sign. Positive sign indicates dextro, negative sign indicates levo. So see here also asymmetric carbon atom, but it is moving towards the left hand side. So such compound is known as levorotatory. So here this is lactic acid. So L lactic acid. So next optical isomerism. So what is optical isomerism? So the different forms of these optically active compounds which are rotating the plane polarized light, they are having the same molecular formula and structural formula but having non-superimposable and mirror images. So see here, if you are considering this, if this and this exactly if it is fitting, so this is known as superimposable. Superimposable which exactly fits in one to another. So if you are putting like this, if you are keeping my hand like this, so this is non-superimposable. So which are not exactly fitting on the other. So that is known as non-superimposable mirror images. So those compounds are said to be optical isomers, and the phenomenon is known as optical isomer. They are having the same molecular formula, same structural formula, which are non-superimposable. So which are not exactly fitting and have mirror image relationship. So such compounds are known as optical isomers, and the phenomenon is known as optical isomerism. And next one is racemic mixture. Next one is racemic mixture. So what is a racemic mixture? Very, very important. So what is a racemic mixture? Equimolar mixture of dextro and levorotatory forms. Suppose if you are considering 50% D isomer and 50% L isomer, if you are considering. So because dextroisomer is 50% and levoisomer is 50%. So exactly they are having the same molar concentration. So a equimolar mixture, not only 50%, so 10%, 10% that is also there, that is nothing but racemic mixture, which is having equimolar mixture of dextro and levorotatory forms of the same optical active compound is known as racemic mixture. So this is denoted by DL. Why? Because it is containing the equimolar concentration of dextro or levo. So dextro is rotated by D, levo is rotated by L. So it is denoted by DL or plus or negative sign. So such mixture is known as racemic mixture. And next one, enantiomers. What are enantiomers? So these are nothing but optical isomers which are non-superimposable mirror images. Which are non-superimposable mirror images and rotate the plane polarized light by equally. They rotate the plane polarized light equally but in opposite direction. So such uh, isomers are known as enantiomers. So which are rotating the plane polarized light towards the left hand side or right hand side. So those are known as enantiomers or enantiomorphs. So they are having same physical or chemical properties. So they are also called animers or antimers. So what are what you call enantiomers? They are non-superimposable mirror images of each other which are rotating the plane polarized light towards the right hand side or left hand side but in equal magnitude. So such isomers are known as enantiomers. So next is Van 't Hoff and Lebel theory. So this states that, see here, the four valences. So carbon is having the four valences, 1, 2, 3, 4. Four valences it is having. So this Van 't Hoff and Lebel theory states that the four valences of this carbon atom do not lie in one plane, but they are directed in the four different corners of tetrahedron with the carbon atom at the center. So such theory is known as Van 't Hoff. So it is stating that the carbon atom is having the four valences. So all the valences of the carbon atom are not lying in a one plane and they are directed in the four different corners of the tetrahedron with the carbon atom at the center. So that is about Van 't Hoff and Lebel theory. So we'll discuss the remaining properties in the next class.